The trailer from Meghan Markle's show called With Love Meghan came out this week, and I have some questions. What were her motivations for choosing this topic? And why choose it if privacy is so important? As I believe that this topic is quite an intimate subject. And finally, why film it at someone else's home if the goal is for Meghan to seem warm and relatable? If this sounds interesting to you, please sit back, relax, and we're going to get into it. But before we do, here's the intro. Welcome to Revealing the Narc. Join me as I highlight narcissistic traits in celebrities and public figures. Everything here is in my opinion and not professional advice. If you enjoy the analysis, please like and subscribe. I believe that Meghan Markle is a malignant narcissist, and I say this because my stepmom is a malignant narcissist, and their behavior is almost identical. Over the last few months, I've been creating videos and studying her more. I've asked myself, what are her main motivators? And I believe we can summarize them into three categories: fame, power, and money. I believe that everything she does is motivated by at least one of these things. So let's break it down and talk about each one of these. Let's start with fame. Meghan has consistently sought roles and projects that elevate her public visibility, from her aspirations of being an actress to her royal marriage to Prince Harry. She's also participated in high-profile interviews and documentaries. In my opinion, one of Prince Harry's most attractive attributes is his fame. And Meghan pivoting from her work on Suits to marry Prince Harry suggests an understanding of and comfort with public attention. Projects like the Oprah interview, her Netflix series, and With Love Meghan place her at the center of the narrative, reinforcing her presence in the public eye. Her statements often reflect a desire to be heard or understood, common in individuals who value being at the forefront of public discourse. One major narcissistic trait is the need for validation, and fame inherently provides this. Fame results in the person being in the spotlight, garnering attention, admiration, and recognition. Meghan's need for validation, feeling seen, understood, and admired, drives her pursuit of fame. Being in the public eye allows her to control how others perceive her, reinforcing her sense of self-worth through external approval. By creating With Love Meghan, she secures a platform to showcase what she believes are her skills and receive accolades for her abilities. And both of these, should they occur, would feed both the fame and validation motivators. Now let's talk about power. Meghan's actions and strategic moves after leaving the royal family suggest a desire for influence and control, which is ironic because she framed leaving the royal family as a desire for privacy and freedom. However, she was already booked on multiple high-profile media engagements. Meghan's goal was to position herself as a thought leader on topics like gender, race, and identity, and I believe it is for these reasons that she signed up for projects like her podcast Archetypes and collaborations with major platforms like Netflix and Spotify. One of Meghan's greatest desires is to control the narrative, and this is a form of power because it enables someone to shape how they are perceived, steer public opinion, and influence outcomes in their favor. Meghan's projects often assert her version of events, such as her interview with Oprah and the Netflix series, and this shows that she has a strong desire for power through narrative dominance. And she may be, with this With Love Meghan series, be trying to draw attention to what she believes are her strengths: cooking, gardening, and entertaining, rather than controversies. And this is a form of power because she is trying to reframe her identity publicly. Let's get into the money aspect of things. Since she left the royal family, her career has been marked by trying to monetize her brand and image. We can see this desire for money based on the deals that she's been signing. One thing this reminds me of is the time that Meghan was overheard saying, "I can't believe we're not getting paid for this," while on a royal tour, allegedly. She wanted her presence to be enough to guarantee a paycheck. And this is where I believe money is a motivator for her. And in fact, I believe this is the reason she left the royal family. She thought that with the Netflix and Spotify deals, other deals would be coming in, and her and Harry would be set for life. The interesting thing is, Meghan and Harry emphasize their desire for privacy. However, they've leveraged their royal connections and public drama to secure these lucrative deals. While money is often pursued for financial security or luxury, it's also a form of validation. In Megan's case, securing lucrative deals with major platforms like Netflix and Spotify, signals the recognition of her worth and influence. High paying contracts and global projects reinforce her relevance, providing both financial gain and the external validation that she is seeking. Validation and control don't exist independently, but often act as foundations for fame, power, and money. Fame provides validation. Being celebrated publicly reassures Meghan of her value and reinforces her sense of importance. Gaining power allows her to maintain dominance over how she is perceived and how her story is told. Wealth symbolizes her success and it enables future opportunities for control and visibility. Validation and control can be seen as core psychological needs that drive Meghan's visible pursuit of fame, power, and money. Fame, power, and money are the outward expressions of those deeper internal drives of validation and control. So let's shift gears and talk about why a cooking show. And the reason that this is surprising to me is because it's very different than anything she's done before, which may be strategic because she's gotten backlash for pretty much everything she's done before. It's a very public project. It involves having to really spend time in private moments in her life. In my opinion, the making of this show is a very intrusive effort because it involves intimate activities of cooking and socializing with friends. I think one of her biggest goals is to enhance and control her image publicly. This show, With Love Meghan, appears to be carefully curated. I think Meghan's goal was to move away from criticism and controversy and other divisive topics, and that's why she's trying to focus on the universal themes of love, family, and hospitality. It's a strategic pivot. Instead of being defined by her royal exit or media scrutiny, Meghan is trying to redefine herself as warm, relatable, and multi talented. This kind of image control is often associated with narcissistic traits, where maintaining a polished persona is key. Like I mentioned previously, one of Meghan's main motivators is validation, and this could be another reason why she chose this topic for her documentary. From Meghan's perspective, the trailer had stunning visuals and emphasized perfection. And I believe it was done this way to elicit admiration. This need for external validation aligns with common narcissistic patterns where admiration from others fuels self worth. By showcasing her lifestyle skills, Meghan was trying to position herself as someone to envy and emulate. She's also trying to demonstrate that she has expertise in these topics and she's trying to establish authority. Throughout the trailer, we see Meghan trying to position herself as an expert. She mentions that she's going to offer tips and tricks to the audience, and you can see her helping others cook and create. This shows that she's assuming a role of authority. This aligns with a common narcissistic goal to be seen as special and superior. Meghan, in her mind, isn't just a lifestyle enthusiast. She is someone who's mastered these arts and is now sharing her unique wisdom with the world. She's also very interested in visual perfection and branding. The focus of the trailer on aesthetics is no accident. For someone with narcissistic tendencies, visual perfection is a way to project an idealized self and mask vulnerabilities. And it's not just about appearances, it's about building a brand. We know that everything that's going to be shown on her show is going to either be merched or is going to have her logo stamped on it and sold. In Meghan's mind, this is a major money making operation. She's trying to lean into these universal themes of love and family, positioning herself as an aspirational figure and hoping that this influence results in revenue generation. I believe Meghan also thought that this project could be a powerful distraction from her previous controversies. In my opinion, she's trying to direct attention away from her past disputes with the royal family. So, with all of these in mind, why this project when it really shatters privacy? I believe it's a calculated strategy to balance control over her narrative and maintain relevance. The contradiction between this privacy obsession and public lifestyle content stems from a desire for her to appear relatable and admired while she also controls the narrative of what is shared. In my opinion, it's not that Meghan wants privacy, she wants to silence critics. It doesn't seem surprising that she would choose an intimate subject like this despite her need for privacy, simply because I don't think she really cares about privacy. And then my last question is, if she's wanting to present this authentic version of herself, why would she film this in another mansion? I think it's a calculated effort to balance maintaining a luxurious image while also managing public perception and limiting personal exposure. I think that she may believe filming at her own mansion might invite intense scrutiny of her personal life, wealth, and home decor choices. And by using someone else's mansion, she distances herself from direct critique while still being able to showcase luxury. It could also be a public image strategy. This other mansion could align better with the personal brand that she's trying to project. There could be many other reasons that she didn't film in the Montecito mansion, and it may relate to something the Sidley twins often talk about regarding Culver City, allegedly. Let's not forget that perhaps Netflix may have wanted the taping to occur, but in my opinion, I think the biggest thing is that she didn't want to invite criticism of her actual home if she lives there, allegedly. And let's face it, her garden may not look that great. She may have been coveting someone else's garden. So I'm curious to know what you all think about this. Please drop that in the comments. There's another aspect of this that I want to approach, and it involves how this topic plays into any competition she may feel with the royal family, particularly with Princess Catherine. And I'm also going to explore the topic of envy in my next video. So make sure to hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified when the new video comes out. So I want to thank you all for listening. If this was interesting to you, please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you all soon. Goodbye.